for a couple of years with her dynamic style on stage. And it's great news to hear that she's out touring again and sounding better than ever. She has sold millions and millions of records. She's going to sing for you right now, I Just Want to Be Your Everything. Here's K-Star. Then...
for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you gets stronger and stronger. Take it from me, if you get a little more than you're asking for, your love's gonna turn the key. Oh well, I would be forever if your lips of wine, and I'd put my word around you, darling. Our love will shine. Watch it and see. If you get a little more than you're asking for, your love's gonna turn the key. Be your everything. Open up the heavens in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I would die. I want you living in the love that I will give. I'd do anything to be your everything. Well, you and I've been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you gets stronger and stronger. Take it from me, if you get a little more than you're asking for, your love's gonna turn the key. I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heavens in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. I want you living in the love that I will bring. I'd do anything to be your everything. I said everything. Oh.
Hey, stop. We'll be back.
The Century Plaza.
Was it?
Yes, 7, 8, what? Almost 10 years. Oh, 10 years ago. Almost.
But I mean, you've always been working. You've always been on the road. There wasn't a time where you set back for a while, was there?
Well, there was a time when I left Capitol Records. I think EMI bought it. It was an English company bought it, and they brought over the Beatles, and they brought over I don't know how many different English recording people. And all of us at Capitol felt kind of like we were being passed over, you know. And it felt funny.
Because you were really the beginning of Capitol Records, weren't you?
I was in on the beginning.
Johnny Mercer, Margaret Whiting,
yes.
Nat King Cole, K-Star. What a great company of players. Right, Peggy.
They had every big girl singer that there was possible to have when I joined the record company. And that was when they had like rhythm and blues and country and western, and then they had the Purple label. Now the Purple label is what everybody aimed for.
Boy.
It took me a long time to get there.
The Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner record was on there.
That's right.
You know, it was, I think,
2,000-Year-Old Man.
2000.
is that the largest grossing record they ever
I
had?
love their songs.
Or one of them.
Were you were there last night?
Yes, and she just killed the people. That's the second time I've stood up for you in 2 days. Oh, it was just really standing ovation and everything.
Did it feel great?
Oh, well, the first show was a house of nothing but just professional people. All agency people and network people and...
Oh, yeah.
And general people in business, and show business.
Yeah.
And it's kind of difficult. You get a little uptight when you're going to sing for your peers. And I didn't want to talk. I just wanted to sing because I figured, well, I'm going to have a better crack at them if I just sing. However, I did talk a little bit.
You look different to me. What is driving me crazy? What looks different? Are you...
I've lightened my hair.
It's lighter, and are you thinner?
I might be. I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ladies' weights fluctuate, so how can you tell? My sand is shifting so fast.
Is it?
I cannot.
What time of day is it?
The weight is the same, but it doesn't fit the same. Now, how does that work out?
If I remember at the very beginning, there was a monumental weight
Oh
problem.
yes. Oh yes.
I mean, you were one of the world's biggies.
I was a biggie. I was a child biggie, and then I became a teenage biggie, and I almost became an adult biggie. But we didn't know about nutrition and things like that when I was growing up. I mean, we knew
Growing up where?
anywhere, wherever I was. We just didn't know how to eat. You know, we didn't know how to eat properly. And
Where was home, though?
Oklahoma, Texas, Tennessee.
Which one?
Are you doing that because you're from Oklahoma, or you feel sorry for me?
What were you raised on, do you remember? That one
Everything
food?
fried.
Oh, really?
Oh, my daddy wouldn't sit down to the table to eat supper unless they had 2 desserts. Now, it could be left over from the night before, but he had to have a new one.
Yeah,
He always had to have 2 desserts on the table.
yeah. That really was funny, that era of growing up where they thought a happy child was a fat one, right? Yeah. Oh, and God, it hurt to laugh. Right?
That's a sign of prosperity, right?
Fat.
Eat.
Yeah.
Have the kid eat,
Yeah.
right? Bad, though.
But that's the most surprising thing about the Far East. I mean, I felt like Buddha walking around there. Because everybody is so thin. So thin.
But they get big as they get older. Why is
No,
that?
I saw a lot of old, thin people.
And yet in China, so much of their food is again, fattening. They use a lot, I know they use a lot of vegetables, but they use a lot of oil, a lot of rice, a lot
Right.
of fried, deep fried.
But stop and think about it. In that one hospital, when you go on a diet, they put you on a diet and it's nothing but rice.
In your wildest dreams, Kay, did you ever dream that you would be a star? Or even a hit of any kind?
I didn't really think about it. It all happened so sort of accidentally.
God, were you around the birds or anything? Oh.
Is that where I got it?
Well, I don't know, but everybody's sitting here scratching. If you started an What?
Well, I'll take it to the club and pass it around.
You didn't think about it?
I didn't think about it. I started singing. I just sang, and I didn't really think about it as being anything but what I loved to do and what I wanted to do. And one day somebody sort of, was a token amount, but they paid me. And that sort of made me feel like, well, what do you know? You know, look at this. And then
I always like to be paid when I perform. It makes it so
I never
much
knew
better.
they paid you for the longest time.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. In country music, they don't pay you always. They don't.
What about
Sometimes-
that first big check? That must have been a shock to you.
Well,
What was your first big check? Was it was it Capital Royalties or a job?
first big one? Oh, the first big one?
Yeah.
That would have to be Capital.
Boy, that must have
Yeah.
Wheel of
stunned
Fortune, right?
Wheel of Fortune.
Was that
yes.
the first big one?
Yes, it was the first big one.
Then Bonaparte's Retreat? Was that the second?
Then Bonaparte's and then Side by Side.
Yeah.
And then I left Capital for a short time and went with RCA and made Rock and Roll Waltz, which was also a
Oh,
gold record.
good Lord, was that a big one?
That was a nice size check, but the gold record was smaller. It was a 45. I felt so silly because when they presented it to me, it was not like a 78, and I think my face must have fallen because everybody looked at me so strange. And it's because they gave me this little record. And it was only because it was a 45 that it sold to me.
Disco Waltz.
What?
Rock and Roll Waltz was a giant
She
hit.
should do the disco waltz. But you can't waltz disco to a
We'll
waltz.
figure it out later. Forget it.
People all
figure it
over
out later.
America will be bumping into each
That's
other.
right.
His wife
Well, they
was
are
a-
anyway, right?
Do you know they wanted me to take Wheel of Fortune, as a matter of fact. A couple of record companies have come to me and asked me to do Wheel of Fortune in disco. And I just can't do it.
No,
I
don't
just
do that.
can't do it. Somehow or other.
Are you able to sing, though, a lot of today's songs?
Oh, yes, I sing.
I mean, you just did. I just want to be your everything.
Yeah,
But there
and
is
if-
some good music
Sure.
around. Woo.
I do Elton John songs. I
you?
do
That
Neil
ballad.
Sedaka.
Oh, that ballad that you do.
Neil
that
Sedaka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do. I try to keep up.
Yeah, yeah. Do you do any of the dances? I mean, are you...
Well, everything's a matter of opinion.
Are you married?
I try.
Are you married now?
Yes,
Great.
to the same fella since the last time.
Well, I wasn't suggesting...
We always get into this.
No. But I got confused, that's all. On a show like this, when you've done a talk show over the years, you do get confused with who's married to who, right? And,
Merv never gets personal or anything.
no.
No, never.
So now, do you plan to tour a lot now?
There's an item.
I just...
Alan's out of town. She is crazy
Oh,
when he
you're
goes on
mixed
the
up
road.
again. We've been
mixed
married
up
for 5
again.
years.
You're kidding. I didn't know that. God, how you lose touch. You're heading out on the road?
I just came back from being on the road. That's the reason
So this
why.
is the final engagement
Yes,
of this tour?
yes.
Well, Kay, it's wonderful to have you
But
here.
I'll be in at Tahoe in November with Bob Newhart.
Great.
I'm looking forward to that.
But right now, everybody's waving at me. Go, because you're on the stage at
Yes, I
Studio
am.
One in a half hour, and it's going to be a lot of traffic. heading
Oh,
that
there's a
way.
lot of traffic getting here. There's going to be a lot of traffic getting
I
there.
know. Thank you, Kay.
It's a pleasure.
Very
Thank you.
K-Star.